Good morning, it's Dave from Thailand Sites. Today we're taking you to a little town on the banks of the Mekong River called Khemarat. It's northeast of Ubon, Ratchathani. Good morning everybody, this is Dave from Thailand Sites. It's Boxing Day here in Isaan and we're on a dual carriageway between Ubon, Ratchathani and the little town of Khemarat. And my wife Tina's family lives about 8 kilometers outside. We've just left the house now, heading towards Khemarat, just to give people an idea of what it's like up this end. This dual carriageway virtually goes all the way to Ubon Ratchathani, which is about 100 kilometers in the other direction from where we're traveling. Well, we're just on the outskirts of Khemarat now. This bridge was built a few years ago, which is a vast improvement to the little bridge that was there years ago. Unfortunately, the new part of the road they've built from Ubon ends just round the corner. And then we're back to the bumpy roads you've become accustomed to in Thailand. The road on the right goes straight into the town centre, but we'll go up to the end and give you a proper view of the main street. I don't know how good my camera's going to be on here, but it's very, very bumpy in the car along this stretch. About a kilometre up in front of us is a school where I done a video on Christmas Day of us giving the kids some little treats. And we're going to turn right here into the main town itself. Well, we're just going into the main street now. They have the usual shops here, plus quite a large PTT station right in the middle, which is surprising for a small town like this. Honda on the left, 7-Eleven on the right, and just opposite the 7-Eleven in that little street is a lovely restaurant which is good for phalang, so I eat there quite often. They have the usual Bangkok Bank, but this is the main shopping street. We'll be driving right through. It's only, I'd say, 3/4 of a kilometre long. And then we'll go on to the second street, which is like the old town with the old buildings. And as is Saturday today, we'll come back later and get some film of the street dancers, which they do every Saturday night. But I don't know whether something's going to be special this week because it's Christmas. But you usually get a good turnout of people, both dancers and people coming to watch. You have to be careful down here. Nobody's really that bothered whether they drive on the right side of the road, the left side. Now the Mekong River is just ahead down the end of that street, but we're going to turn right here, go to the old... Well, we're still continuing down what was the main street. We're out the other side now, heading down to one of the places. I don't know if it's a hotel or they seem to call them homestays here, but it's got quite nice chalets, not the little wooden ones. We'll go down to one a bit later on, but we stayed a couple of years back and they were tiny, but they were comfortable, it was okay. But from the main town, this road to get to here, it's only about 1.5 kilometers, two maximum. There's 2 entrances on the left. The first one goes to the restaurant, But I'll go to the second one first, which shows you the original chalets or rooms, which is this one here on the left now. But this one is very comfortable. The restaurant's fine. Well, these are the chalets on the left-hand side. I don't know how good my camera can see these. You should get the gist of it. Well, this is Laekhong Chalets. We're just going to pop up to the office now and see if we can get some prices. There's three types on this side. One is the chalets in front of us now, and then we have a row of like terraced rooms, and there's one on the front which is overlooking the river, so that's probably the nicest one. Oh, I got the prices here, so I can get this on the camera without any bother. You don't really want me to read them out to you.
Map, your map. You have map, no?
Might forget it.
Okay.
Okay, cup and cap. Thank you. Well, Tina's just spoken to the people in the office, and them prices on the wall, it looks like they've already been discounted. I think for this area it's probably a little bit higher end than a lot of the small chalets you can get near the river. Now I'm just walking round the front of the Laekhong Homestay, chalets, whatever you want to call it. And there's the Mekong River in front. This chalet at the front and on the corner has got the best view. It's always been booked every time I've tried to book it. So I think you need to get in early for that one. But this river is huge. And just through here is the Laekhong restaurant. I actually quite like it here because they do chicken in a red wine sauce, and I always seem to have the same whenever I come here. But these were built later, these chalets. They've really expanded this place since we first started coming here. The restaurant's quite big. You can sit overlooking the river, or if it gets windy or rainy you can go inside. There's a couple of air-conditioned places inside. I don't know if the sun's going to mess this video, but there's more chalets they've built all the way down there, down this side. The restaurant's quite popular here. This one's called Khemarat, as opposed to Laekhong on the other side. Hello, Sawadee Kap. Well, there's a few people in here without masks, so I've just been told I can go in. Quite a nice restaurant they built here, and it's nice and cool as well. I'll have a coffee, please. I'll have a coffee. I expect she'll force me to have a cake as well. Okay. Fantastic view outside though. We're just coming further back down the road now. I'm looking for a little right turning that goes down to the Mekong River, and inside that area, is it this one, Teen?
Yes.
Right, there's a little turning here. Inside this area is the immigration. What else was down here? The water authority. And sometimes they have a little market down here as well. Tina just said they have a market here every day. But this is where people from Laos just seem to come across and sell their bits and pieces. Their kids come over for Children's Day. Nobody seems to be that bothered about it, but I think it's tightened up a bit because of the COVID now. There was a little place further down here that we stayed a couple of nights a few years back. And if you wanted to stay on the banks of the river, you couldn't have picked a closer place. But we couldn't go no further down the riverbank, so we've had to go around this temple now. It's all basically off one street anyway, so they're not really hard to find. But we haven't been down this road now. This is just going in the other direction. We haven't been down here for probably a year or so. But I remember there being a few little chalets on the right hand side. But these ones were tiny. That's if they're still here. Maybe they've been renovated or something. But I doubt it. It goes along here somewhere. Not too far. This is looking familiar.
Same car, white car turn.
Yeah. I'm going to try and turn in there.
You can park here or you
Oh, that looks quite busy. This place on the left is new. Or newish. We haven't seen that before. This is the one we were talking about. Very small. Quite comfortable. But it looks like, oh, little coffee shops open here as well. It's just some options if you want to stay in this part of Isaan. Like I said, northeast of Ubon, Ratchathani. Now we stayed in this first cabin here. It looks big, but it's actually quite small inside. So what a perfect view. Oh, these are actually rentals as well, are they? You get out of the sun. Nice places to stay. Is there anybody about we can ask how much they are?
I don't know. People come for it.
Still the same. Sawadee Kap.
นี่อยู่ห้องนี่ปังกำลังเฮ็ดห้องอยู่ลูก
นั่นหรือเปล่าเขาโทรถามคนนั้นหรือเปล่า
อ๋อเหรอฮะสวัสดีค่ะ
อ๋อ 500 บาท for night อ๋อ before when we stay ใช่ค่ะ
Yeah.
เคยพักห้องข้างหน้าเลยค่ะ แต่ว่านานแล้ว
หาเพื่อนมาให้ได้ลูก
So 500 baht a night. So 4 years ago and it's still the same price, 500 baht. For the one on the front as well, yeah?
yeah 500 บาท
So overlooking the Mekong River, 500 baht. Well, after a hard day's filming, it's coffee time. And we've never seen this little place before, so thought we'd go in and have a look. Good view of the Mekong River there. Okay. There's Tina and Little Sky. Hello. Hello. Oh, nice little coffee shop, and it's air conditioned, so that's a bonus. Thank you. Oh. Okay.
ติดยังคะ
I think that was the little bar we went in last time.
ช่วยร้านนึงร้านอาหารตามสั่ง3
ต้องใช้สิบรอดแล้วล่ะเฮ้ยโอ้ยกล้องฟ้าไม่แน่นอนครับเฮ้ยสวัสดี
There's one in every town.
ว่าท่านทำผิดนะครับทำผิดประกาศทำผิดกฎหมายมันนะนี่การปัดหมายเนี่ยก็ต้องร่วมความร่วมไม้ร่วมมือก็ต้องช่วยกันทั้งทุกภาคส่วนนะครับที่ผ่านมานี่โดยเฉพาะลูกหลานนะครับที่เอามาด้วยนี่ผู้ใหญ่พ่อแม่นี่ใส่ตัวลูกผู้น้อยๆพวกใส่ยิ่งอันตรายโอ้อันตรายเลยกับเด็กเพราะว่าเด็กและผู้สูงอายุและผู้ป่วยมีโรคประจำตัวมีปราศจากโควิด-19โอ้โหครับผมโอ้วันนี้เราได้ความรู้เยอะเลยนะฮะในช่วงที่วิกฤตแบบนี้ต้องขอบคุณนะทางท่านสาธารณสุขเขมราชนะครับมาให้ความรู้มาหลายๆอย่างนะครับมาตรการป้องกันเข้มข้นนะฮะแล้วก็ขอบคุณทางเจ้าที่สาธารณสุขเขมราชแล้วก็หลายๆท่านนะครับ
The bottom is full of ice. I've never seen that before. I've seen a frosted glass, but the bottom 2 inches is actually full of ice. So you've got to drink it before you water down your beer. I think Tina frothed hers up on purpose so she wouldn't have to drink too much. Oh, nice. Perfect. Well, it's not very often you see Tina drinking a beer. She'll be drunk now tonight. this is me and Tina signing off Saturday night in Khemarat. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, can you not forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you very much. Okay, bye bye. Bye bye.